What's going on, you guys? Welcome, welcome. As always, let's do our little mic check. Make sure y'all can hear me okay. I'm gonna play a little bit of this. Trying to connect my headphones right now. Rookie mistake, not connecting before. Oh my gosh, there we go. Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? I think we're all good. Looks like we had some people in here early too, which is nice. Appreciate all the birthday wishes. There's already so many of them. Just to clarify, my birthday is actually not till tomorrow, but maybe I should have backwards. But I will be busy, doing birthday celebration stuff. So I figured, why not go live today? I mean, it's also our normal live stream day. Nah, I don't like this. But yes, thank y'all for being here. We had Greg in here early saying happy birthday. Calder said happy early birthday. Anthony Venture, what's going on, dude? Tyler, Polo, Clinton. It's Clinton's birthday today, so happy birthday to him. He's actually, this is his actual birthday, so that's cool. Ahmad, what's going on, dude? Ahmad, part of the mod squad. He said Apple let me out early so I can watch his stream for once. Perfect, dude. Welcome, welcome. Dim said happy birthday. Thank you. FLX, thank you. And Neely, too. Dude, we got the whole squad in here. Let's go. John's credit and travel. Hope your stream went well, dude. I kind of saw it pop up for a second before I got on, but yeah, I was at the park with Odin and everything as always, so I didn't get to jump in. But I will be on John's channel actually. Fun fact: I'll be on his channel in what is it? It's on April 1st, right? On April Fool's Day. So that's like 2 Wednesdays from now. So I'm excited for that. No, is that next week? Hold on, John. I'm confused. Yeah, it's next week. Next Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central Standard, I'll be on John's channel, so y'all should come check that out. That'll replace the live stream on my channel. Brandon Ross, happy early birthday. Thank you. So many channel members in here. Phil Mo said he had a birthday once. Yep. A time or two, I'd say, by that profile picture. Simply Andy saying happy early birthday. Thank you, dude. Stacy, that's right. I forgot that we had the same birthday. Yours is tomorrow too, right? Because it looks like we had Clinton's, who's today. So we got a lot of folks in this March time frame. Texas Seabass. I haven't seen you in a while, dude. Welcome back. DJ October said, happy early birthday, bro. Hope it's a great one. Let's get this live going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, I'm doing a video on DJ October's channel as well soon, so you'll have to check that out. Electric Eye, $2 donation right off the top. Thank you so much for Candle One on the cake. I appreciate that. Yeah, my gluten and dairy-free cake is going to be pretty depressing, so that'll help lighten it up a little bit, Caden Keller, happy birthday. Thank you. And free music too. The Jordan Rules for credit. What's going on, man? We had Jordan on last week. If y'all didn't see that live, it was pretty fun talking about all the Robinhood Platinum stuff and really just the state of the credit card world and all that. So Jordan's a great guy. Y'all should go check out his channel too. I stay in Miami said, happy birthday, Spencer. Wishing you an amazing day tomorrow, surrounded by those who love you. Yeah, it's going to be good. I have dinner plans with part of my family, and then this weekend we're going, it's not really camping, but we go out to my aunt's ranch every single year to kind of do like a family reunion style thing, and we'll be bringing the van out there, so me and my girlfriend and Odin will sleep in that. So it's been a while since we got that out. I'm excited to be back in the van soon. And yeah, so that's kind of like my bigger celebration in a way. That's not what it's for technically, but my grandma and I share very close birthdays, so we do a little joint thing there. So I'm excited for that. But preparing for that, getting some video stuff ready before we leave, so it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna take tomorrow off though. I don't really do that very often, but tomorrow I'm planning on going to walk with one of my buddies who also is a YouTuber, just in a different niche, but one of my like middle and high school friends. And yeah, we're gonna go do a long walk like we do roughly once a month and go get some lunch together, play some video games, relax. So speaking of video games, I don't know. Oh, I guess only the members saw this poll, but I think pretty soon I've got everything, I think, pretty well set up to do some members only live streams. We're going to do some gaming sessions together, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. Maybe if that does well, we can maybe transition it to a full channel thing. But for now, we're going to focus on the member side because that's where I test everything. Speaking of that, by the way, shout out all the channel members in here. On Friday, I believe I'm going to be posting another members only video. And this was another tester in a way where I actually recently got the Insta or not Insta, the Osmo Pocket 3 from DJI. So I filmed a video while I was upgrading my PC, actually, just talking through some credit card stuff while we did that, from like that kind of that new camera perspective of the gimbal moving with me and stuff. So it's gonna be cool. So hopefully y'all are excited for that. Oop, I'm a little bit far behind now already. That's crazy. Bruno, thank you so much, and Tyler too. What's going on? Vanessa, the finest. Happy birthday. Enjoy. Thank you. And Steven too. Dang, look at all these folks coming out. Y'all are way too kind. I didn't know if we'd have anybody joining tonight since I kind of pitched it as just like us hanging out. So we're gonna keep it real chill, lay back today, get into some questions soon. But honestly, I just wanted to hang out with y'all like for my birthday. It's really like I'm not like a big like birthday celebrator. Like I really don't. Shouldn't say I don't care about it, but it's just another day in a way to me. But I do have like reflective moments on these big days of the year like this and Christmas and Thanksgiving, all these holidays. And it just makes me so grateful for you guys. Like genuinely, like that is being here and hanging out with y'all. Like this is what I want to be doing. Y'all, the community that we have here is exactly what I envisioned, building whenever I first started this channel. I didn't realize it'd be this big, but I wanted like a tight knit community like this. And, y'all have literally made my dreams come true, doing this as my day-to-day job. And I couldn't be more thankful. So thank y'all so much. Looks like John said the stream was great. Awesome. Yeah, I saw you were talking about the new Amex card and all that. That's interesting. Could have packaged this one around that, but that doesn't seem like too exciting of a card. Maybe we'll talk about it later. I haven't really looked into it. CJ, what's up? I haven't seen you in a bit too. James, how's it going? Oh, Xavier Friel said he's been a member for 6 months, first of all. So thank you so much for that. He said, happy birthday and the forbidden word. Hope you've been good. And how did your boys get to the Sweet 16? And then update on liking the built card. Yeah, first of all, with the March Madness stuff, that's another cool thing. So tomorrow, I mean, I don't expect us to win, but yeah, I went to the University of Texas, which is why I can't say Xavier's forbidden word here, but we somehow made it to the Sweet 16 in March Madness. We had to play in to even get into the tournament, and here we are. So I'm excited to watch that too while we're at dinner tomorrow. But we'll see how it goes. I don't expect us to win. I didn't even pick us in to win this far in my brackets that I did. But he also said, update on liking the built card. Dude, I mean, it's just like perfect for my use cases. I'm going to make a video about this soon, but I find myself almost solely using that card at this point. So yeah, I've been approved for like 22 or 3 credit cards or something like that. But you could strip all of my cards away and give me like the Palladium plus maybe one other, and I'd be happy. So I kind of want to make a full video about that idea, because I think a lot of us are simplifying our setups now because of the Palladium. So feel lucky that I got it and be getting a lot of value. It's crazy how this built cash and all the points stack up. So I'm enjoying it. But thank you again for being a member for so long. And same to Tyler's credit card tips here. What's going on, dude? Member for 5 months. Awesome. 1 month behind Xavier here, but still a ton of support. He said, have a good stream, man. Can't stick around for too long, but hope it goes well. Thank you. One question is, what is your favorite COD for story mode? Oh, brother, I don't think I've ever played story mode, if I'm being honest with you. The last like campaign I would have played on any video game, I mean, probably like the first COD I ever played, which was probably, this must be like Black Ops 1, something like that. But yeah, that's an interesting question. I've never played story mode first person shooters at all. So, but yeah, so Steam right now, where you buy all your games for PC, for those that don't know, or a lot of them at least, they have like a massive spring sale going on. So I did just buy Hogwarts Legacy, even though I'm like 3 years behind there. It was on sale for like 90% off. So I was like, well, that'd be cool. I love Harry Potter. Thought I'd play that story mode game. And my favorite game of all time, I would have to say, is Skyrim. So I don't know anybody out there that's played that, but God, I loved it. The Elder Scrolls specifically. Bruno said, what do you think of the Amex Graphite? Yeah, I guess we need to talk about that one at some point. I can pull that up real quick. So honestly, I haven't looked into it much. Let me pull it up real quick here. I feel so professional with my Google Chrome profile set up just for streaming, so I don't dox anything. But yeah, he's asked about the Amex Graphite. This is a brand new card that just came out like yesterday or the day before. The target or the big headline here is that you can earn $2,000 in cash back from the welcome offer, but you got to spend $50,000 in the first 6 months. And then it's reward dollars. It's not Amex membership rewards points. So it's either for statement credits or Amazon.com checkout. If you're redeeming for statement credits too, I might be mistaken, but does that not take away any of your points? Maybe it doesn't. I guess if you're covering eligible charges, it would, but in this case, maybe not. Regardless, I mean, yeah. 2% cash back on your eligible purchases and 5% on flights and prepaid hotels. How much you spend on your year per card? Actually spend, how much is that? 100 million? There we go. Okay, 2 million in cash back. Perfect. Plus $2,000, so that's pretty substantial. No, I'm kidding. I imagine that the target demographic for this one are people that want pure cash back, like the Blue Business Cash, but they don't want that cap of whatever it is, like $50,000 per year. I mean, I think the Blue Business Plus is better than both those cards because it earns points, but yeah. So it's really for those that are looking for an unlimited cashback card, which actually is a lot more people than you would think. A lot of consulting I do, I have people that spend a lot of money and that's what they want. So I guess it could be good for that, but I don't care for it, you know. Oh boy, I lost my place. Raul's in here. Star Child, thank y'all so much. That average MTBer said, what does a gluten dairy-free cake taste like? Tastes pretty good to me, but I don't know much different. What's going to be the guilt-free self-gift? It's a good question. I haven't actually purchased anything. I mean, I guess technically, like I said, I bought that game today, but it was $8, so I don't know what my guilt-free gift will be. We do really need a grill for the house. I was thinking I might get us one of those, but I don't know. You have any recommendations for that? I've been maybe doing Facebook Marketplace for that because it's just they're so expensive, but I don't know. Caller said, as a birthday present, you get the Amex Graphite. Pass. Rodrigo says, happy early birthday, man. First timer on your stream. Appreciate all the work you do to simplify and expand our point production. Well, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. And I say this all the time when there are first time chatters in here. First of all, I had to crack that Zevia, so sorry if that was loud. There's my drink of choice for the night. But it takes a lot, to go from a ghost viewer to an actual chatter. So I really appreciate those that do that. So yeah, thank you for taking the time to type that out. Leo's asking about what games I'll be playing for that members only side of things. I'm a first person shooter guy. I would love to get into, I've always been a Call of Duty guy, which is why Tyler asked about that because we've been talking about it in the members only side. But the new CODs I feel like aren't that popular. So I'd be curious to hear what y'all are playing. I just started playing Battlefield with the same buddy that I'm hanging out with tomorrow. We were playing like Fortnite no builds before once every month, and it was horrible. So I don't know. I know the new Warzone Blackout or whatever came out, so I might be trying that. But I think we're going to test a few different games and just have fun. Rocket League, I don't know, other games. So open to suggestions from the members too. CJ Bautista, what's going on? Happy birthday to you and your grandma, Spence. Well, thank you. My mom's 63rd birthday is on the 27th. Nice. So my grandma's on the 28th. I'm on the 26th. Honestly, this sounds horrible. I don't know exactly how old my grandma's going to be, but I think she's going to be like 87 if I'm not mistaken. So pretty crazy. Kevin Wynn, thank you for being here and thank you for the birthday wishes. We got a new member. Vanessa the Finest became a YouTube member. Awesome, dude. So go check out the members only videos specifically, and underneath that you're going to see all the list of your perks, and yeah, just make sure to take advantage of them while you're here. You'll have a new members video coming out on Friday, so get excited for that. Peter said, happy birthday, Spencer. All the best wishes for you. I'm a couple hours away from you in San Antonio. Hopefully you can do a Texas meetup. That is still on the back of my mind. I know I've teased it, and I probably teased it too much to not have done it yet, but I mean, yeah, I just don't exactly know how to I don't know exactly how to do it because I don't want it to be like a full necessarily open invite because I don't know exactly how we're going to manage it, but so I might just only reach out to like my members for that first meetup and just test it out. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, but if y'all have ideas, I'm all ears. Hawk, thank you so much. And Haas, my birthday's tomorrow. Kevin asked, what's the most expensive hotel or resort that you've been to? I think on a per night basis, the most expensive hotel I've probably stayed at might be, it's either the Westin Excelsior that we stayed at in Florence this past year. I think if you did the math for that one, it came out to like 1,000 per night. But I think the actually most expensive one would be the Waldorf Astoria in Vegas. I stayed there whenever we did the first meetup ever in Vegas, like 2023. And I got a really great redemption. Actually transferred my Amex points to Hilton at a 1-to-2 rate. Made my Amex points worth like 1.8, which is pretty good for a Hilton. You know, I'll take that. But yeah, the room itself, I think was like $1,200 a night, which is crazy. To answer this question here, I did talk about the Graphite just a second ago, actually. Stace, happy birthday, Spencer. Wishing you the best. Thank you so much. Luvio said, happy birthday. Crazy how your channel grew in such a short amount of time. Yeah, man, this is another thing that we could talk about too, is that I actually just celebrated my 4-year anniversary on the channel, which is really, really cool. And that probably deserved a stream on its own. But March 3rd, 2022 was the first time I ever posted a video to this channel. And yeah, here we are 4 years later. And if you would have told me where we are today, I just would not have believed you. It's insane to see the amount of support that we've had on the channel, and it's really a dream come true. I've never been one to like strictly chase metrics. I don't think that there's no point. Like, it's not a numbers game to me. Obviously, I do this for a living, so that kind of stuff does matter. But like, y'all are all, I understand that every single one of y'all taking the time to watch this is a really big deal. So thank you for that. And I'll promise I'll always be here to give as much value as possible. That's all I'm here to do. Derek said, just a quick stop by to wish you happy birthday on my break at work. Got to catch the replay tonight. No problem. Jonathan said, many happy birthday wishes. Big hug from New York City. Man, New York City. Been there a couple times now. It's a nice place. Oh, shoot. I can't miss this. Chad's Money Minutes. Happy born day, bro, with the super chat. Thank you so much. That's too kind, dude. You're too kind. I saw you're going to be posting a new perspective soon, right? For those that don't know, Chad's got a great channel as well. Him and I feel like, he's been there since the beginning of my channel and kind of vice versa here. So I love the dude. He's great. But thank you for that. That would go to good use. Don't you worry. And Polo gifted 5 memberships right after that as well. That's crazy. Polo, every single stream, dude. You're too generous. Thank you so much. Never any messages associated. He just pops them down. And a lot of people just got a membership. Stace, FLX, the Lazy Goose, Calder. Oh, Calder got one. Nice. Y'all go use those benefits. Make sure you use it to its fullest since he gave it to you. Thank you, Polo. Holy Matt, what are you doing? I didn't even know you were in here. What just happened? Matt. $50? Brother. He said, I can't stay. I'm literally in a meeting as we speak. I couldn't miss wishing our friend Spencer a happy birthday. And to thank him for his kindness over this past year, sending lots of love. You're the one that's kind, Matt. I mean, come on. Yeah, for those y'all that don't know Matt at this point, I mean, you got to get connected with him in the comments. He's here every video, every stream, always supporting. God, so nice. Thank you, dude. It means the world. And we're going to get that drink soon, dude. I promise. We're going to get that drink soon. We get through this little birthday weekend, and after that, I got some more free time. That's crazy, dude. $50. I appreciate every single donation. It doesn't, the number is not, it's just wild to see. But I appreciate all of you. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't even know where I was at now. Those always just fluster me like crazy. Okay, John McKinstry, I'm back here. I'll zoom through these guys. Don't worry, I'm coming down to the bottom. John McKinstry said, happy birthday. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you. Yeah, it's been good. Tomorrow will be the real celebration, or tomorrow and this weekend, so I'm excited. Tyler said no story mode. I'd highly recommend that if you want a movie like story to follow. Just play all the story modes. Yeah, I think if I'm gonna do story modes, I'm gonna do something like that. Hogwarts Legacy. Oh God, there's a couple of. Yeah, I'd even like be consider. I'd consider playing like Elden Ring or even going back through like Skyrim and doing that. But yeah, as for the FPS games, I like to. I just like to run and gun. Calder said, "Are you a keyboard gamer or controller?" I am a keyboard gamer now, PC gamer. But certain games I'll play on controller, like Rocket League, for example. And I use like a Scuff that I've had for years. I honestly need to get a new one. I haven't played on a controller in so long that the last time I pulled that one out, the stick drift was terrible. So I probably should get a new one. But yeah, I'm a PC guy. I just recently got this the G Pro Superlight 2 or whatever. That's my go-to mouse right now. Pretty nice. I liked it. Vanessa said, yes, the amount of time I spent playing Skyrim is only rivaled by Fallout. Ooh, so maybe Fallout's one I should get into. Andy said, what house would you be in Harry Potter, waiting for the big divide? Back in the day when I was like real into it, I would always probably finagle my way into Gryffindor somehow, but whenever I'd fill out all those little like the questionnaires, it was always Gryffindor, so that's kind of lame, but it is what it is. What about y'all? The Ninja, happy birthday. Here's to an amazing next year. Yes, sir. 26 years old. Going to be a fun year. This is my golden birthday, actually, for anybody that cares. My girlfriend, my sister, they told me that that's what this is because I'm turning 26. Well, my birthday's on March 26th. I'm turning 26. It's also 2026, which is pretty cool. Tyler said Skyrim was my stuff, man. I love Skyrim. Had about 1.5K hours. It's my top 3 games of all time. Yeah, I loved it. I don't know if I had that many hours, but when I was growing up, this little, like, I guess maybe TMI, but my parents got divorced when I was pretty young, and that was like the game that I played all the time to kind of escape, I think, a little bit like reality in a way. And I love that thing. Funny enough, that's actually the first game that I ever played that I made a video about on YouTube on a completely separate channel. But I've been doing, tester YouTube channels for years. Like I'm talking, my first one was probably when I was like 11 years old. And I had a video that popped off and got a few thousand views on Skyrim, which was fun. But yeah. Kane said, happy birthday, Spencer. Have a great day tomorrow. I appreciate that. Bridge just asked, have you seen or will you see Project Hail Mary? We got tickets this weekend, Sunday at like 7 p.m. or something like that. We're going to go see it. My girlfriend read the book and she wants to see it. And I love that type of movie. So I'm excited. Stinky Monkey Baby, what's going on? Thank you. Haas, Lazy Goose, my gosh. Poe's recommending a Weber grill. I've heard good things about those. Ooh, Steven said, speaking of Harry Potter, thoughts on the HBO trailer drop. I haven't seen that, dude. I haven't been tapped in a while. I need to check that out. Does it look good? Is that a creamy root Zevia I saw? Of course it is. Hold on. I don't know how to showcase products here. Why am I showcasing products, actually? They need to sponsor me for that. Yeah, this one, you said it's your second favorite. The first is a grape. I like this one. And right now, the strawberry lemon burst or whatever, that's like my like real fruity one that I like. But yeah, I love a good Zevia. We've been big on the I think it's like the Bloom drinks because, again, my girlfriend found these. She really likes them. But there's a Shirley Temple flavor. Oh, my God. They're so good. Have one of those every night. I don't know if that's good, but wrote it like a book. Happy birthday, Spence. Hope you have a good one. Thank you, and thank you for the support over the years. It means a ton. Also would love some Rocket League. Perfect. Yeah, I downloaded it today because I have another buddy that wanted to play Rocket with me. So I'll be getting on that soon. Zach was asking if I like Overwatch. I haven't gotten into it. But another one that I would consider for sure. I feel like that's a tough one to start getting into right now, but I'd be down. Lazy Goose said, I'm one of those first-time chatters. I've been watching your videos for almost 2 years. Wow. And I've never joined a stream or really left any messages. Your videos have been invaluable to me, though. That's so cool. Thank you for being here. And I'm really glad to hear that you've stuck around for that long. That just goes to show that like the support is there and the videos are staying valuable, which is super important to me. So thank you. Nextra said Black Ops 7 competitive is actually insane. You should maybe have a members only session for Blackout or Rocket League. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, so I think so Blackout just came out, right? And it's attached to Warzone, if I'm not mistaken, which I can play for free. And if it's Blackout, I don't need to have the multiplayer and have my guns leveled up at all, correct? Second question. If I was to get a multiplayer, is it Black Ops 7 that people are playing? Or are they still on Black Ops 6 or an older COD? Like, how is that working right now? I cannot find information online about what people are actually playing. It seems like Warzone and Blackout are the only thing people still play. He said try COD Mobile. Dude, no. I did it in the past, and it was like I'm not a big mobile game player anymore. Do you think they'll come out with a Graphite with points? That's a good question. Maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't even realize $300 annual fee too. Yeah, that's not. That's just for high spenders. They probably don't want to be giving out that many points, but I don't know. Haas said he's 20. I'm the 24th. Oh, your birthday's the 24th, or you are 24? Happy birthday! If it just happened. Tristan said, "Happy birthday, Spencer. How about a credit card app for the big day?" Yeah, I did actually want to ask y'all about this too. I keep asking y'all a ton of different questions, so I'm probably confusing everybody. But um, remind me later, maybe. I want to talk about like what my next card application might be because I'm kind of at a point now where I actually just hit both my business platinum upgrade offer and the built palladium. So I'm kind of fresh set now. So I'm excited about that. But ooh, John, you're gonna be in Texas in September. Nice. Not too far from me. San Antonio is still a decent drive, but maybe we'll see each other. Again, Chad and Polo with the gifted. Man, I'm far behind still. Davey, thank you so much. Peter said, I've watched your videos for 2 years approximately. You've helped me find the best ways to create beautiful family memories. That's what this game's about. 2025, the year my wife and kids travel the most on points and miles. That's great, dude. Yeah, that was 2024 for me. 2025, one big trip mainly, but it's yeah, that's awesome. That's exactly what this is for. Bridge said, do the AI credit card channels piss you off? I honestly don't get them on my feed. Every once in a while, I have to like copyright strike somebody for literally just ripping my video and reposting it with an AI face. But I mean, it's stupid, but I would hope that everybody realizes that that's not real. And, you know, I guess my opinion on AI videos in general is just that, like, I would hope at this point that y'all are watching me for me and not just the information that I'm providing, because you can get that information anywhere. But it's like my unique perspective on that information that an AI can't replicate. Like, they don't have my same experience or anything like that. So, yeah, if you just want the straight up information, you know, you're going to go look online. But I'm here to give a unique take and, yeah, hopefully you like me for me, you know, not just the information. Italian Phantom said, hey, Spencer, happy birthday. Dude, I love your profile. Booking question. Doing the first ever point redemption, 2 weeks in London and Edinburgh this summer. I have 6 total free night certificates, 5 IHG and 1 Marriott, and 250,000 total points. Tips on how to book this. That's, I mean, yeah, we could talk about that for hours. I would say use your free nights, obviously, for the free nights. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you have 250,000 total points in transferable currency form, you're going to have to be using those for the flights, right? And you could probably, if it's just for you, depends on how many people are going, but if it's just for you, you could easily get there and back in business class. But that's going to take up a lot of those points. It could be close to all of them, depending on who you're flying with. So I would use Seats.Aero to find the best award availability. Make sure you're booking one-way trips, and like break it up even by like, you know, flying from any major airport in the US to London or Edinburgh or whatever. Don't just do like from your home airport, because you might have to position to a better airport. So you got to break it up into a lot of different pieces and kind of put the puzzle back together. But yeah, hotels are going to be tough for 2 weeks. That requires a ton of points. So use those free nights, and then maybe you have to sprinkle in some other kind of, I don't know, you're gonna have to probably pay out of pocket for either hotels or, you know, in Europe especially, like you might be better off just finding like you might not be a hostel type of traveler, but Airbnbs, you know, whatever they got out there for that could be cheaper. So I don't know about London and Edinburgh. Those are expensive, but some ideas at least. John said, I prefer happy escape from the womb day. Yeah, that's beautiful. And Matt, I know you're not in here, but thank you so much again for this donation. I can't get over it. Thank you. God, what a kind guy. I got to message him after this. Peter said they traveled to San Francisco, Florida, Puerto Rico, and Tennessee. Wow, that's awesome. Congrats, man. Let's go. Happy birthday greetings from New Jersey, Eddie. Thank you so much, Eddie. I appreciate that. Daniel, another channel member. Hey, Spencer, how's it going? Wow, huge donation from Matt. Seriously. Ali said, happy birthday, Spencer. Is Chase credit card still worth it compared to Capital One? Interesting you asked that. Sneak peek for the people watching the live stream. On Monday, I'll be uploading a video about basically the downfall of Chase credit cards. That's probably going to be what the title is. Sounds dramatic, but in a lot of ways, I think we have been witnessing that over the past couple of years, especially. You'll have to wait to hear my full perspective on it. What I will say is that it's much harder to do there really is no ability to do the advanced strategies that we used to with Chase. So I still think they're worth knocking out all of the cards to get all the welcome offers you can. But you're not going to be able to keep doing the ink train, for example, for a long time and keep earning their points. So it's a different ballgame now. They're more like every other lender. You get their cards early on if you want, knock out all the welcome offers, great points, and then maybe move on. But yeah, you'll have to listen to that video to hear my full perspective on it and how things have changed. Peter said, I have a lot of cool things to share with you today, so I might pull up your chat. No problem. That's what we're here for. Jay Davey said, hey, Spencer, happy birthday. Thank you. What's your plan on accumulating Chase points? There you go. Yeah, wait until Monday's video. You'll see kind of what I'm talking about. The really short answer is I can't rely on ink bonuses anymore. So the only way to earn Chase points is daily spend. But I also have cards that are much better earning rate wise than my Chase cards. So there's now that weird situation where I'm not really focused as much on earning Chase points as I used to because they're not giving me the ability to do that. That's the short answer, is I'm going to keep using the points that I have with them. And as for earning, it's going to be diminished pretty heavily. So I'm going to be leaning on other currencies instead until things maybe change, I mean, to be fair, I've earned well over 1 million Chase points in my lifetime. So that's, I can't really complain. Stephen Baker, happy birthday. Mine is coming up next month and we're heading to the Ren Fair. Oh, nice. I use some points to pay for the hotel. Perfect. Combine the hobbies. That's what I love. And happy birthday to you, by the way, Stephen. EK, long time no see. He said, what up? Just applied for the Amex Hilton Honors card for 70K points and that uncapped free night award. That's awesome. That is awesome. Those cards are just so good, especially for the welcome offer periods that they're in right now. Tristan said just a baby. Yeah, 26 here. Des was saying, hey, Spencer, are you getting a nice sub for your birthday? I guess technically, yeah. I just hit both of the Business Platinum and the Built Palladium. So I'll have 120,000 Amex points plus 50,000 Built points plus Built Gold status. So that's cool. Tristan, I guess my golden birthday was 5 because my birthday is October 5th, apparently. Real Rusty said, wait, we're talking Rim? That didn't sound good coming out of my mouth, but Skyrim, yes. Calder's a Ravenclaw. Got a PhD? Dang, dude. Truck fan asked a question. Do you ever have bloopers while recording? If so, what usually happens? Yeah, I've never posted any bloopers. That'd be fun to do a little blooper reel, but every once in a while I'll slam a desk. If I've said the same sentence and stumbled my words 50 times, I get real upset. But no, I think I don't have that many. It's usually just me literally repeating the same sentence over and over until it sounds normal. And then it gets to the point where it doesn't, in my brain, it doesn't sound normal at all. The words don't sound real anymore. But when I watch it back, it's good. So, these days, I honestly, my recording's gotten so much more streamlined than whenever I first started the channel. And I don't have too many mistakes, which is great. But yeah, every once in a while I get a little upset. Hilton Honors Base or Delta Sky Miles Gold for a welcome offer. I mean, it depends on what you need more, at the time, but the Hilton Honors Base is really going to get you 2 free nights, maybe. Delta Sky Miles Gold. What is the Delta Gold offering right now? For like 100, yeah, 90,000. But you got to spend 5,000 for that versus what's going on here? Yeah, 70,000 plus a free night for only 2,000. And this is a better offer in my opinion. But if you need the Delta miles, you got to get them. FLX said I read all the Harry Potter books to my daughters. That's great. When I took the quiz, I was in Gryffindor. Wasn't Harry trying to cheat his way into Gryffindor as well? Yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't know if he was cheating his way, but he really wanted to be in it. All right. Colette was saying, where's the missus? She actually just had to leave to go to Houston for a family emergency, unfortunately. But yeah, awkward time to be asking that, I guess. But no, she's on her way out to Houston right now. Daniel said never really got into Harry Potter. I'm yet to watch the movies and read the books, but thought they were fine. Oh, dude, they were so good. Neely, I do not have a rank in Rocket League. I have not played in probably 3 years, except for like every once in a while, like at a buddy's house or something. But I would like to think I could maybe pick it up somewhat quickly. I don't know. I'll be playing with one of my friends next week, and we'll see where I'm at. Truck fan, happy birthday, Spencer. And a question, ever screwed up and used the wrong card at the wrong place? Yeah, I mean, it's never detrimental, I've never had like a situation where I spent, more than, I don't know, $100 or something in the wrong place. But at the end of the day, I'm always earning points, so it's never really wrong. I could optimize it maybe a tiny bit better, but sometimes simplicity is better. That's why I think it's so important to have like a really good catch-all card, and why the Palladium's been so good for me, because I just know that I'm getting a good rate whenever I use that card. Hogwarts Legacy, halfway through, you're going to be like, why is this 13-year-old killing 5,000 goblins? Yeah, I bet. Modern said, just watch your credit card bid for the first time yesterday. Awesome. But I'll be around a ton. Happy birthday. Thank you. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the community. Nextra said, yes, you don't need to level up for Blackout, so you don't need multiplayer. Okay, but if I was to play multiplayer, which one would I get? Greg said, happy birthday, you'll love Project Hail Mary. Note that Rocky was a puppet and animatronic. Okay, keep this in mind. Robert said, hey, Spencer, how's it feel knowing you weren't alive when Cowboys won that Super Bowl? Brother, all of my teams, like, I'm a Texas fan, which I guess they have been good since I was alive, but I was too young. I'm a Spurs fan, which they've been bad since I've been alive until recently, and a Cowboys fan. Trust me, I know. Caden said, I'll be staying at the Riverwalk in San Antonio. Any recommendations? I hope you like haunted things. No, I don't have any specific recommendations, but we got some San Antonio folk in here, so maybe they'll help you out. Definitely get some good food though, and walk up and down, like enjoy the city. It's a really pretty city. I always enjoy going there for a day or two. Truck fan, I just got the Bank Norwegian Visa credit card. The market here is a mess though. Crappy cards everywhere. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. The US market is just so goated. Polo said, if anyone missed it, you can transfer Bill to Wyndham at 1-to-1 now. Yeah, not something I think is very well worth it unless you find a really good redemption, but not bad. Calder said, getting another Atmos card would be a good idea. Do you have taxes you need to cover with welcome offer spend? No, that's what I use to hit the business platinum. I could consider an Atmos card. I have still like 300,000 Atmos points. I haven't been burning through them quickly at all because now that I have the business platinum with the 35% points rebate, I've been using that for my American Airlines flights, which is what I was using my Atmos points for before. So I'm in a weird state with Atmos where I don't really need them right now, but it's not a bad idea. I'm considering that IHG business platinum because it's like $9,000 over 6 months, which that could be like a 6-month play for me. So I don't know, maybe. EK said, I plan to use that uncapped free night award from the Hilton Honor sub for the Waldorf Astoria in New York. Cash price for one night's around $1,400. Yeah, that'd be sick. Waldorfs are expensive, man, but they're good. Thank you so much, Jarvis. I appreciate you being here. And Nemo, too. Been watching since 2025 when I got into this mess. Interesting time to get into it. Modern say, go Cowboys. Happy birthday. Yes, sir. USC Greg. Oh, man, I just got a Sapphire Reserve not that long ago. Well, if you're saying, oh, man, because we're talking about the Chase stuff, the Sapphire Reserve as a standalone card is still great. You can wipe the annual fee and then some with just the credits, right? So that's kind of a different card in my eyes. Like, you'll see in the video that I was talking about filming soon. I think I could do really well with like a built Palladium Sapphire Reserve combo. I think they complement each other great. The Sapphire Reserve has great travel benefits that the Palladium doesn't, and that would cover all my travel spend and miscellaneous spend. Like, I think that's a really good combo, and it's a lifestyle credit card. Oh, I actually wanted to not dox myself, but in this box is my Whoop. My new one that I got. This is not it. This is my old one. I got a new one because of my Sapphire Reserve. $359 saved, which is sick. So I'm excited about that. Polo said Uncle Luke is big on the IHG cards. Yep. We're staying at an IHG property because of Uncle Luke later this year. We're staying at that at Kimpton Seafire in the Grand Cayman. Excited for that. Choco said happy birthday. Thank you. Jarvis said, how valuable is the Marriott 85K free night certificate if I only book $200 per night rooms with Marriott? Is burning 85 on a 50K room a bad deal? Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I mean, good and bad deals are subjective. I'll put it that way. But I would be aiming to get more like $850 from that free night certificate. So for a $200 per night room, I don't really know why you would actually need a card with that high of like status in a free night certificate if you don't stay near the luxury properties, you know? I mean, you could still get good value, I guess, from like just baseline status if you're traveling really often. But yeah, I wouldn't be redeeming an 85K free night for $200 room. That'd be like roughly, like if you actually did the math on that, that'd be, let me see. 0.24 cent per point valuation. So Italian Phantom said, thanks for the tips, bro. Appreciate it. Already have the flights booked. Nice. 2.7 with premium economy at Virgin. 250K are already IHG or Marriott points. Ah, gotcha. So yeah, okay. Then at that point, yeah, I don't necessarily have any specific tips for the hotels. I would say always do your cent per point calculations because I know whenever I was looking in Europe, there's some really horrible deals every once in a while. So yeah, I mean, just try to stretch those points as far as you can, probably. If you're not going to be in the hotel that much, you know, try to stretch them. I agree, FLX. Brandon said, I've gotten a bit ham after one card in 8 years, 4 and 5 months now. Amex Gold, Blue Business Plus, Boundless, Delta Biz Gold. Was planning 0 new cards till at least June. Got a 50K offer for a second BBP today. Send it. I mean, if that spend is all natural and you have no, like, the Blue Business Plus is going to be a ghost card to your personal your personal credit report. So if you have the spend and they're giving you that offer, might be bad influence on you, but just for welcome offers, that could be a good move. Daniel said, I ended up skipping Chase as a lender at the start of my journey. Now not feeling so bad. I'll probably go through the whole Chase ecosystem in a few years since I'm still young. Yeah, I don't think it's like a timing thing. It's not like I think in the past, Chase, like I said, was kind of, you could use them for both beginner all the way through advanced stages. And that's why I always kept my 524 status low. I was always running the ink train. But these days, the timing doesn't matter quite as much. Just as long as you're under 524 is all that really matters now. So, yeah, Calder said their strong suit was always redemptions, but now that's back down to normal. Limiting sub earnings doesn't help either. Yeah, you're going to like the video on Monday. Tyler, is the business platinum worth it if you don't travel a lot? No. no. The personal platinum, you might be able to even get positive value without traveling, but then I'd question why you would even want it. There's no reason to get a premium card if you're not traveling. Greg said, I heard you can get targeted Amex Gold offers if you only have the platinum card. Is this true? Oh, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oops. Brandon said, happy birthday, Spencer. I've been subbed to you on my YouTube premium account since November 2023, and I haven't paid for any of my trips since then, thanks to your videos. Keep up the good work. Heck yeah, dude. That's so sick. Yeah, YouTube premium is such... Dude, I would pay for that. I pay for that every month for the last probably, yeah, like you, 3 years or something like that, and it has been so good. But I'm really glad to hear that my video has been helpful. Calder asked if I use my point accelerator or unlocking mortgage for Built Palladium or both. Right now, it's mainly reserved for unlocking mortgage and $200 towards hotel credits to top off my hotel, or $200 towards topping off my hotel credits on that card. You know, if you think about it like this, using it to unlock your mortgage rewards would be buying Built points at a 3-to-1 rate, effectively. Yeah, 3-to-1 compared to the accelerators at a 4-to-1, right? So I would rather, you know, I would max out rent and mortgage before I would max out a point accelerator, but it's up to you. And also, I'm not getting the most value by doing that. I'd get the most value by splitting up my credits into the monthly chunks and using all of those, but I don't care for that. So $200 I'll set aside for hotels, give me $600 in hotel credits every year. The rest I'll use towards rent. Every once in a while, maybe I'll sprinkle in some other ones, but I'm not too worried. Ahmad said, Spencer, what is your way too early Super Bowl prediction? I am not giving you the satisfaction of clipping me saying that the Cowboys are going to be there. I have never been one of those people to say that, if that's what you're trying to get out of me. But I honestly don't know. I only watch football these days for fantasy and the Cowboys, but that's really disappointing to be watching for. So I have no idea. I haven't looked at any of the trades or anything like that. So you know me, Ahmad, like right before the fantasy season starts, I'm grinding to figure out everything and then do the drafts. So ask me that in a few months. Made in KR. Is that Korea or something? If I'm going to go on a trip, is Chase Sapphire preferred worth getting? I go on small trips once or twice a year, mostly domestic. It can be if you will use their unique transfer partners. But if you are flying mostly domestic or taking trips mostly domestic and you're only ever flying American Airlines, for example, then I'd go get the City Strata Premier instead. You know, I think about it like that. Like, look for the unique partners with each lender if you're traveling domestically mainly, and go towards that specific lender that gives you the access you need. JT said, thoughts on the PayPal debit change? Was a good run. At least they gave us 4 more months. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. I mean, every once in a while, I guess for those that don't know, the PayPal debit nerf effectively means that now you're not able to just cash out the rewards on that card to your PayPal balance account. Instead, you have to shop with PayPal and use those rewards to cover it, to my understanding. Me and Jordan talked about that a little bit. So yeah, it's going to be much, I mean, it's only been used for one category for me anyways, and that's specifically at Costco. You know, now with the Built Palladium, again, I'm using that. I'd rather earn 3.3x Built points compared to 5% cash back on normal grocery spend. So I'll keep using the PayPal debit for Costco since there's no better option. But yeah, pretty disappointed, but we knew that was going to happen. Like, we can't sit here and pretend. Super chat. Wow. From Shay Sly. Oh, I definitely butchered that. Shaw Sly 909. How come people don't mention Schwab Plat 1.1 cashback more? Effectively 4.4 on grocery and dining with gold, and 2.2% catch-all without hassle of rotating 5%. Yeah, I mean, I think it used to be maybe a bigger thing because there was less optionality or something. Like, I'm not really sure why it's not talked about as much in the past. If you used to hear about it more, I definitely will bring it up every once in a while. Like, that's a big reason I got the business platinum, was for cash out opportunities. I also think that you don't hear it as much in this space because people want to use their points for travel, and cashback just isn't even in their realm of like consciousness at all. Like, they don't think about this. But You also have to remember that you could maybe do better with other cards. If you just want cash back, you could do better with other cards, even within Amex's own ecosystem, like the Blue Cash Preferred for your groceries and stuff like that. So consider that too. It might not be worth the hassle of paying high annual fees, but if it makes sense for you and you get the best of both with Amex, then it's great. That's why people do love the Schwab version. Let's go, Anthony. What's going on, dude? Super chat from Anthony, so generous. One of my real good buddies in this space. We've done uploaded a couple of the collabs we did together recently, and we're going to do a couple more soon. So stay tuned for those. He said, "What age do you want to turn for your birthday?" What age do you want to turn for your birthday? Honestly, I like this one, dude. 26 sounds nice, especially like I said earlier. Turning 26 on March 26 in 2026. That's pretty sick. I feel like I'm getting to that stage now, though. Like 26 is like 25 was cool because it's like a round number or whatever. Now I'm getting to that stage where it's like we're just working our way to 30, but I'm happy with where I'm at. But thank you so much for that, dude, and thank you to again 909 here. Sorry for butchering your name. Deninja booked my first 2 major trips with points this summer, including 3.24 cent per point Southwest redemption thanks to the Companion Pass. So huge, dude. Companion Pass is so good. He said, huge thanks to your channel, of course. Any tips for Alaska or Vancouver if you've been? I would hope that, or not I would hope, but I would imagine that flying to Alaska, you should look at Alaska flights, but I don't know. I haven't been to Canada in a long time. I went once when I was younger, but I didn't pay for that, and I was way too young. So I don't have any tips for that specifically, but I would imagine aeroplane would be good to go to Canada. Could be wrong, but she hates JJ. Sorry, JJ. Hey Spencer, happy birthday, man. Thank you. Average MTBer said thoughts on Caleb Hammer. I don't watch his content consistently. He's in Austin too, and in maybe like 2024, I actually did some like collab work with him. Mainly helped whenever he was doing his like, I can't remember what the app was called back then, but he was like launching like a membership app thing, and I was kind of like the credit card expert for his group, and that was a lot of fun. And their team was really fun to be around. I did a couple like members only live streams with them. So as a person, from everything I've seen, he seems really cool. But I can't speak too much on him, or on his content. I haven't watched it too much. Truck fan said, "Is the Sapphire Reserve your only metal card?" Oh, no, sir. I got, let's see, Sapphire Reserve, Business Platinum, Built Palladium, Ritz Carlton. I feel like that's not it. No, I'm already blanking. Let's see. Open up the book. Yeah, Sapphire Reserve, Business Platinum, Amazon Business Prime, technically, the Carrot Card, Ritz Carlton. Looking for past cards. I guess I have the Chase Ink Premier. The Amex Centurion, of course. Used to have the Amex Gold, Business Gold. You see that Centurion, boy. Look at that. Completely legitimate. It's not. I don't make that much money. If only. I had the Venture X. I had the old Built card. Yeah, so I've had a lot of metal cards, but I think they're fun for like the first couple days, and then after that it's kind of cumbersome. Chris, what's going on, Dr. Chris? I'm looking hard at a second Atmos Ascent since I already met the spin for the Summit and the customized cash. Just paid off a loan and dropped my scores for late summer for new apps. Yep. I actually am about to pay off my car as well. I guess maybe that's my guilt-free spend right there. Forgot who asked earlier, but I will be paying off my car very soon, which is fun, but that is going to impact my credit card approval. What am I trying to say? Ability? There we go. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do about that. I probably should apply for another card before I do that, now that I'm thinking about it. I was going to pay it off on Friday, but maybe I'll go for a new card before Friday. Nickel said, late to the party. Happy birthday. Thank you. With latest Amex Marriott card, sign-up bonus is not available if you already got the Chase Marriott bonus offers. Do you think Marriott will eventually cut out Chase? Oh my gosh. I don't think so. I don't know why they would. I think that's more a play from Amex's end, than Marriott specifically. So I would say no, because they've always had that back and forth, right? Where like if you've gotten an Amex Marriott card welcome offer in the past 24 months or whatever, you're locked out of any Chase one. So they've always had this back and forth. So I don't think it's going to like cut out Chase, but maybe. Polo said, do you ever use Rove? Anthony really likes it. I have not. Anthony needs to teach me more about it. Jordan said, did I miss all the gaming stream talk? Yeah, a little bit, but we can bring it back up. Come on. Bro just said, just got a 25,000 sub with Freedom Unlimited. Congrats. Yeah, Freedom Unlimited's got a nice little bonus on it right now. Feel free to DM me if you want the highest offer there on Instagram. But he said, looking to get 20,000 with the Freedom Flex and 75,000 with Sapphire Preferred. You might want to hold off on the Sapphire Preferred. Usually in April, we see the 100K offer come around. Just a note. Any thoughts on best value for redemptions? I mean, best value is always going to be the high-class international flights, but whether that fits your travel habits, that's a different story. You could, before May 12th or whatever, you could lock in some good Hyatt redemptions. That's probably what I would lean towards if you're not going to be traveling internationally anytime soon. But yeah. Daniel said, not sure if anybody has told you this, but you have a great voice for background noise. That's meant as a compliment. No, I do take that as a compliment. So thank you. I used to have some really annoying guy that always would comment about my voice being like, he hated like the crackle or whatever that thing is called. I think I hid him from the channel like years ago, but that was so funny. He literally would comment like every single video. I'm like, brother, if you don't like the way I talk, don't watch. Nobody's holding a gun to your head. What are you doing? You got to help me pronounce this name here. You're donating too much for me to not pronounce it correctly. 909. But they said, trade 5 years of no cards for a Cowboy Super Bowl? Heck no. No, I don't care about sports that much. I'd rather be traveling for the next 5 years. That'll get me over a lot of Cowboys losses. It's a funny question, though. And the Jordan Rules for Credit gifted 5 memberships. Dude, thank you. Thank you so much. Happy birthday. Love Sage and Jordan. Thank you all so much. We will come visit y'all soon, Jordan. I was talking to Kennedy about it. We're really excited about that idea. So once it's not cold and our warm weathered blood here can make it up there without freezing to death, we'll come up. But thank you so much for that. That means a ton. Y'all got to go check out Jordan's channel if you haven't yet. I'm telling y'all, you're missing out if you haven't. Thank you, Dr. Chris. I appreciate you. Sharver said, my hotel nights are about 30 to 35 per year, 5 per trip, but I stay in the $200 per night budget. Yeah, so you're saying... okay, well, if you're only ever going to be staying at $200 per night budgets and you're paying basically for the platinum status on the Marriott Brilliant, then that's a decision you make, and you can take that $85K free night certificate and just value it at $200 and then calculate your effective annual fee from there. That's fine to do. Do not stretch your travel to fit that. But yeah, whenever you ask if that's a quote unquote bad deal, technically yes, but it might not be a bad deal for you. Ivan was saying, currently at 124, we'll grab a City Strata Premiere in the summer. Then after that, might run through the Chase points again. Looking forward to Monday's video. Awesome. Yeah, the Strata Premiere is such a good card, dude. Probably like top card of like this year, honestly, with all the changes that have been going on. Sunmaster, what's going on, dude? Good to see you. James said, hey, Spencer, thank you for the content. Getting married and using points entirely for the honeymoon thanks to you. Wow, that's so cool. Keep rocking, brother. I will. Yeah. Jordan knows all about that. Using the credit card or the wedding spend to then fund your honeymoon, that's huge. I absolutely plan to do that. What's up, Anthony? Italian Phantom. He said, since you're a camper van guy, do you watch any van life YouTubers? Trent the Traveler, maybe. Which, see, you already know. He said, also, what kind of van layout are you rocking? So I watch Trent, yeah, a lot. I watch like all of his videos. I think it's just really cozy, like really fun to watch. And I watch Ryan Toomey a good amount. I think he's kind of my speed with like personality and stuff. I feel like it's pretty similar. There's that one guy, I think it's like Charles Liu, who would make like super cinematic videos, and I haven't seen him in a while, but his stuff is crazy high quality. I like that. But I would say Trent and Ryan are my top two. And then my layout for the van. So it's a Mercedes Sprinter, and it's like the extended bed version. I can't remember the exact like wheelbase and all that, but my stepbrothers are the ones that built it, and they sold it to me for a really good price. That's the only reason I have one. I'm not rolling in dough here. But from the back, there's basically, you have the electrical panel, like looking from the back into the van, you have the electrical panel and stuff on the left. There's a shower and toilet on the left as well, with a little bit of walk-in space. And then there's technically a bed, like a king-size bed effectively, or I guess it's queen, but bigger width. And the inside of it will scoot up to make two couches so you can walk through the van. And then there's a kitchen on the left with a little bit of extra counter space and the two swivel chairs in the front. So you can use that to kind of work at the kitchen counter and stuff. And yeah, and then obviously the front seats and the dash. But it's been great. I mean, we almost always leave it in the bed configuration, except like if I'm ever... I think we've always left it in the bed configuration, honestly. If I want to go like dirt bike riding, I just have a hitch attachment to the van or my 4Runner, and that's how I bring my dirt bike around, so I don't need to like put it inside the van or anything like that. Truck fan said, what's the most annoying lender to deal with from your experience? It's a good question. I've been fortunate to not have too many bad customer service experiences. I would say the most ancient architecture, which causes a lot of annoyance, and customer service is not great, is Bank of America for my Atmos card that I have. It was the Alaska business, but talking with them is always like, I feel like I'm stepping back like 40 years or something. It's not good. And the way that it like tracks through like Max Rewards and like all of my like Monarch money and all that for my finance tracking is terrible. It's just not a good system that they have going. But that's kind of a cop out answer because I haven't had really many bad experiences, luckily. Citi, I feel like Citi is the other one that I had to call in the past and it wasn't the best, but not horrible. I got to go I'm going to let Odin come in real quick. I guess he doesn't want to come in yet. Thought he would. That's all right. She hates JJ. Any advice for me, Spence? I'm at 424 with only one chase card. Should I go Freedom Unlimited or Sapphire Preferred? I think if I were you and I was trying to maximize value right now, I think I would wait until that like mid-April timeframe where we usually see the Sapphire Preferred bonuses. Get on my newsletter list if you want to. I'll send out the bonus as soon as it hits live. That usually comes out the 100K offer in April, and that'd be the best way to maximize value. At 424, you only have one slot, so I do Sapphire Preferred. It's on paper. What's going on, people? Happy birthday. Thank you, thank you. K-State Nate said, yeah, it's a lot of annual fee for 2.2 to 4.4% cash back. Yeah, I agree. Darlin said, happy birthday. Thank you. FLX said, I'm just going to call you Flex now. Flex said, how do folks plan on paying for hotel stays given relatively recent Hyatt, Hilton, Choice, and I preferred evaluations? Buying points, cash? I'm going to use Hyatt still in a similar way depending on the valuation of the specific property I'm staying at. I think they're still going to be fairly high valued. Hilton, Choice, I prefer. I never used I prefer. Choice I've never used personally. Hilton still has that 1 to 2 transfer rate from Amex, so I really needed it. But Hilton, IHG, Choice, Marriott, all those you need to be getting, I think, their specific cards during high welcome offer periods and just like knocking them out at that time, right? So that's what I'd be doing. Is and yeah, if you want to like help hit welcome offers on other cards, you could buy points with those companies, and then as long as you're redeeming them for above their average valuations, you'll be getting positive value there. But hotels are going to be tougher. I think there's also the opportunity, like for somebody like myself, if you're in the premium credit card space, a lot of my hotel stays are now going to basically be covered in cash effectively by using the credits on all my premium cards. Like right now, I think I mentioned this a little bit ago, but I think I have like over $1,000 in credits for hotel stays right now. So I'll be using that for a decent little chunk at least, but it's a weird space right now for sure. Ooh, we got a couple new Coder. Corel became a YouTube member. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. As I mentioned with all the other members too, go check out the members only videos, and in the description of that, you'll see all your benefits. You get a discount to the blueprint. You get the members only videos, the badges in this, and all the videos. You actually get your comments answered by me no matter when you post it. Otherwise, I'm only answering comments within the first couple days of a video being live normally. A special role in the credit community Discord. There's a lot of stuff. Go check it out. But thank you for joining. And also, Chase, once again, any rumored new cards besides Hyatt Premium? Happy birthday. Thank you. Saver X would be the other main one. Yeah, that'd be the other main one, I think. I don't know if there's any other rumored ones. I'm pretty sure that's it. Saver X could be an interesting option, but I'm not like waiting for it patiently, Where am I going here? Darlin said, what are the best options to save and reward with gas at the moment? If you want just straight cashback, there's a ton of options. I actually just made an ultimate like cashback credit card guide video, and gas is one of the sections of that video that we talked about. Plenty of 4% and 5% options on gas, up to 6% actually. AAA card, City Custom Cash, PayPal debit, all these types. So that's probably where I would look if I was just wanting to cover gas, but it depends on how much you're spending. You might want to put that on a points and miles card depending. Truck fan said the credit card junkyard. Yeah, that binder back there. Mr. Luna said, just joining, dude. No way you're a March man. Me too. Let's go. Happy birthday. Thank you. And happy birthday to you too. All right. James Tyler said, does no car payment really hurt you bad on card applications? No, not having a car payment doesn't hurt you. I mean, I guess it technically would like help you with the credit mix side of your report. But what I was talking about with my car specifically is whenever you pay a car off and you lose that loan, it does hurt you pretty bad. From what I've heard, I can document my journey with it, but I know that it temporarily hurts your score pretty bad, apparently. So, luckily I have a big buffer right now, but if they do see that dip right before I apply for a card, they might be like concerned. So, and that has to do with, I would imagine, mainly just you lose that age of that account, and it also hurts your credit mix. So combine that, that's like what, 20-25% of your score that can get impacted. So something to think about, but I would rather not have the car payment. I'm not going to hold on to a car loan just to, increase my credit card approval odds. That's kind of insane, but yeah, I think that's what you're asking about. It's $45,000 a night for 4 nights at the Grand Hyatt Choir, a good deal. It comes with club access. It would depend on the cash price. That's, yeah, it would depend on the cash price. I'm not familiar with that specific property, but with club access and all that, it sounds like it could be a good deal. It's still a lot of points, but yeah. ICBT009 just popping in to say happy birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's on paper. Holy W. Yes, sir. Oh, Kauai. Grand Hyatt Kauai. Let me go ahead. You know what? Let's have some fun tonight. if I did, let's just do like July 10th. Again, you'd have to compare this to your actual cost, but let's say that you were paying around 800 a night, 750, maybe 750 a night would be like the average here. 750 divided by 400 or 45,000 points, or $450 is 1.67. Don't make any comments, Gen Z. So it depends on the nightly cost at the time that you're booking, but it sounds like it could be a really good deal. Especially that doesn't take into account taxes and fees, so it's probably closer to like 1.8, which I would be happy with personally. But if you wanted to save those points for something bigger, I guess technically you could. In my opinion, you're getting an experience in Hawaii. You're getting above your base level redemption rate. I would be happy with that. And you definitely want to book it now before it goes up in price. That's for sure. Dr. Chris said, Spencer, I hope you do a show on Rove too. I saw Anthony's. I think Rove and built combination could be great. Interesting. Yeah, I'm more like, I just really focus on like rackets and built in that combination, but Rove is something I probably need to look into. Rusty said, just got a mailer for 100K. Should I hold off to possibly get 125K, or is that not a thing? Well, yeah, I mean, the base offer on the Sapphire Reserve is 120K, so I wouldn't take any offer lower than that. Unless they changed it. Yeah, no. I mean, the Sapphire Reserve online is 125K. I would say if they're sending you a mailer, then you're going to be approved if you apply online. So I would apply through the 125K link. I can send you that too if you want to DM me. Make sure you get the best offer possible. But usually the way I think about it is like, yeah, if you are getting approved, or if you're getting mailers, they want you to have that card. I don't know why they'd give you a mailer that's lower than the public offer, but another new fun chase thing maybe. Modern said, wouldn't trade a limb for a boy Super Bowl, but maybe a few toes. DC, happy birthday from Miami. Awesome. Thank you so much. Travel fan said, happy birthday. I hope you have a great celebration planned. Yeah, like I said, we got a fun weekend ahead at my aunt's ranch and just spending time with my family and being outdoors and in the van, so I'm excited. Anthony said, yeah, Rove's interesting for topping up some other ecosystems, and you're planning to pay some cash for hotels and cherry pick a bit for the higher than 10x multipliers. I mean, this might not be an unpopular opinion anymore, but in the past, I don't think we had to worry as much about these like clipping all these different coupons across Capital One Shopping, Rakuten, Rove, all these different things. That didn't used to be necessary, but now I feel like offers on all of your cards, and then yeah, stuff like Rove and making sure you find good cashback rates and stuff like that, or miles rates back in other regards outside of your credit card's earning categories, like that is going to become way more important with the lack of welcome offers we're able to earn from the companies now. So that's probably gonna be like the new meta, you know. Peter said, transition to Built 2.0 with the Blue, very underrated, getting 5 to 6 back via points and Built cash per transaction. Yeah, I mean, effectively, you're getting... Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying, because you value Built points at a certain percent. Yeah, no, it's great too. I mean, that's why I like the Palladium, you know. Waldo said, happy birthday, Spencer. Have you fully embraced the dark side by now with Amex? I mean, I've always been in the Amex ecosystem, so I guess you could say that, but I have not decided that I would rather have like the Amex Platinum over the Reserve yet. That maybe is a thing that happens after this year, but for now, still testing the two. But yeah, I'm always like, especially Amex business cards, I'm always working through those for like taxes and stuff. Daniel said, Spencer, do you actively trade stocks or just park in an ETF and let it grow? The market has been so turbulent. Yeah, I'm big, kind of just index fund and let it ride. I definitely don't day trade or anything like that. Whenever I was younger and stupid, I'm still kind of dumb in some ways, but I tried doing some like day trading-esque stuff, did a couple of options things. I mean, I was messing with like 500 to $1,000 or something like that. Basically lost all of it doing that stupid stuff, so I wouldn't recommend. But yeah, these days I'm like no index or no fee index funds with Fidelity is like where basically all my money is, mixed between like it's like 80% total market that I do and like 20% international, which the international's been doing good lately, which is kind of cool. But yeah. Truck fan said, I think I'm going to go 1:30 a.m. here in Norway. Thank you so much for sticking around, dude. I appreciate that. Cesar Joel said, happy birthday, mi hermano. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Thank you. You got to go check out his channel if you haven't yet either, especially if you speak Spanish. You're going to get the information from the source right there. He's got it always going on. Every time I open YouTube, I swear Caesar's posting another video. Travel lover for life. You should do a video on the Rakuten Amex Expedia day hotel trick. You can get 30x Amex points on hotels up to 7K and spend 210,000 points, and then use the Amex points for business class to Asia. Interesting. Clinton said, just got back to my cruise cabin from birthday dinner. Is today your birthday as well? Currently in Cologne, Panama, on a 16-night Miami to Los Angeles via the Panama Canal trip. Wow, that's insane. My birthday's tomorrow, Clinton, and I wish you happy birthday earlier, but you weren't here, so happy birthday again. Yeah, that's sick. That sounds like a really fun trip. So I hope that dinner was good and the rest of the trip goes well too. CJ said, happy beer day. Who would be your dream collab? Frequent Miler, JFT, Sebi, Brian Jung, or name one. Honestly, I've been so fortunate to have so many great people on that I don't necessarily have like a dream collab, I guess. Like I feel like I've already had those. You know, we've had a lot of people on that are in this chat right now. You know, I've had the pleasure of talking to Brian Jung on the channel, which was cool. Like out of the ones that you mentioned here, you know, made connections with Sebi, you know, in person, and John as well. The points guy, like all those kind of people. Like it's been cool to meet them just in and out of different things and events and DMs and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm just happy to have like literally anybody on that loves this stuff as much as me. I love having them on. So no name that I'm like waiting on necessarily. Carmela, it's good to hear from you. Howdy and happy birthday. Thank you so much. I'm still so far behind. Y'all are active tonight, dude. Thank y'all. Coder said, I have a big trip I want to take at the end of the year and want to do some somewhat pricing home remodeling. Would it be crazy to open like 3 travel cards in succession? I did 3 cards in one day, brother. It works. I mean, obviously there's a lot of factors that go into that, but yeah, I've done 3 in one day. I made a full video about that process if you want to check that out. I think it's smart to expedite card applications with spend. That's natural, of course. You might run into issues getting denied after, you know, like the first or second one. So I would always order them based on the most important ones. And then, yeah, I mean, the worst thing that happens is you get, like, as soon as you get denied for one, you're kind of like, you could just be done after that. And it's just one extra hard inquiry. That's, you know, that's fine. Just Willie said, does the built palladium still not get reported on my credit report, or is it just me? Or on our credit reports? I don't think it's been reported on mine either, to be honest. I honestly don't know, though. I don't really check that thing much. But it's been going well. Clear was here. Howdy. Only popping in for a moment because I'm busy tonight. Happy birthday from North Carolina. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Simply Andy said, being from Texas, what's the go-to meal for Whataburger if you even eat that? Well, unfortunately, I can't have like anything of theirs now with my gluten and dairy allergies. But in the past, I do some patty melts here and there, but I was kind of more of just like a double burger kind of guy. Spicy ketchup, of course. But yeah, I was kind of like a double burger, fries, Coke, spicy ketchup. And I still buy spicy ketchup up there sometimes. So yeah, Whataburger's... I think it's pretty great, but I know some people would very heavily argue that. Vicky, what's going on? Happy birthday, March 26th. My mom is the 27th. Great people in March. I agree. Great job on YouTube. Thank you so much. Vicky's been here for so long, always commenting. So thank you for all the support over the years. Jacob, what's going on, dude? He said, happy birthday. Assume my fiance and I are in the credit card game. What would be the benefit of authorized user aside from being able to use the cards? Yeah, oh, don't worry, I recognize you. Yeah, Jacob was one of my consulting clients, so it was a lot of fun getting to chat with him. really the benefit of authorized users is, I mean, like you mentioned, obviously both being able to use the cards. Otherwise, it could be of an authorized user. Sometimes there are bonuses, like to add somebody as an authorized user, spend a certain amount on that card and get more bonuses. That can be great. It can also be good if, for example, your partner has a lighter credit profile than you and she applies for the cards that you can't get, but you actually want to use them consistently. That can be a good move. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend adding each other on all cards as authorized users because it makes more sense to refer each other to get your own cards and stack the benefits that way. Like that's the real two-player game, is referring each other back and forth. So there's probably some other benefits here that people will help you out with, but yeah, I haven't added like my player two to any cards yet, and vice versa, just because I want to keep our credit reports completely kind of separate and have hers stay light and mine be the one that kind of gets hammered, you know? Oh, Luke, what's going on? Sorry I missed you. He said, "Happy birthday, player." The Cowboys will go to the Super Bowl as soon as they get Joe Burrow. Brother, I don't even know what's going on. Is there any trades going on for Dallas that are good? I don't know what's going on in the football world these days, but I'll do my scrambling to figure it all out right before fantasy season. Uh, Madine said, "Do you think cents per point doesn't always matter?" Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely not. Absolutely, I don't know how to answer that. I do not think that they always matter. They always matter as long as you're getting your base redemption value that you've set for each currency. That's for sure, and you make sure you're planning out your redemptions and not screwing yourself in the future, screwing your future self over by applying or by using them in a way that wasn't optimal. But at the end of the day, if you are a domestic economy traveler, it's not realistic for you to be expecting to get 2+ cents per point consistently on your redemptions. I mean, unless you're really heavily into this game and doing the airline alliance stuff and all that. But even then, it's not consistent in my experience. So you have to be okay with your redemption habits and getting the most value you can in that specific way. You don't need to be doing it all the time though. Like there's no magic number that's good. It's just dependent on your situation. So I'm a big like don't actually worry about the number guy as long as it's above the base that you've set for that currency. Travel fan, what's going on? He said this is a treat for Odin to celebrate your birthday. Oh, thank you. He appreciates that. I don't know why he hasn't come in here yet. He must hate me, but it's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much for that, dude. Seriously. I appreciate all the support you've given me over the years. Phantom said, "I'd love to see a Spencer and Money Guys collab someday." Who are the Money Guys? I know that name. I feel like I'm being stupid, but oh yeah. These fellows. Yeah, I'd be down. I honestly don't watch a ton of other like personal finance content since it's like, since it is my job and I spend all day writing about it and stuff. I'm only doing it mainly for research. But I'd be down to go on anybody's channel and vice versa. Thank you, Edward. I appreciate you. Peter said, "I shared your referral link with my wife and she got approved last week for the venture." That's awesome. Congrats to her. Thank you for doing that too. I mean, I don't think y'all realize how much of a support that is for y'all to just, click my link rather than using, a link just that you find elsewhere. Like that is a huge support to me. So I appreciate you doing that. Ooh, Neely, thank you for the reminder. Do you want to talk about your next card application from earlier? Yeah, so right now I'm at a point where, like I said, I hit the business platinum offer and the built palladium. I don't have any like super high spend coming up. I guess I'll have like estimated quarterlies in like 3 months or whatever, but no super high spend. So it'd be kind of normal spend, but these days our normal spend is freaking high, unfortunately, like everybody else's. So I was thinking, like I was looking through all the different elevated offers that are going on right now. I'm gonna pull up my affiliate page. So yeah, where did I find this? Bonus offer alerts, best cards. Where did I find this earlier? Card Explorer, baby. See, if I'm just looking through like all the highest welcome offers right now, business platinum, like I'm done with that. No, too high spend on these. Capital One, nah. I've already gone through all the ink cards. Could do like a no lifetime on a business gold or a gold, but I don't need that. Don't need a graphite. Venture has a good offer on it, but I can't get that. Can't get the bound business. Oh, actually, I can get one on the business, but that's not the best offer in the world. I guess it is 5 free nights. I didn't even know about this offer until just now. By the way, if y'all are looking for elevated offers, the best card, best offers link is in my description all the time. But this is the website that I use to go for all mine. 5 free nights for 9,000 spend in 6 months. So I'd have to weigh whether I'd want the business from Marriott or the IHG business. That's both 9,000 in 6 months. 5 free nights at 50K each is 250,000 points. So technically this is a better offer. I didn't realize that this offer was out. I might actually go for this one soon. But is the first leg of this... Let me make sure I don't dox. Okay, no, yeah, so it is 6,000 in 6 months, and then 9,000 is within the same 6 months. Okay, that might be the one I go for, low key. But okay, I was thinking initially that I'd go for the IHG business, but that one actually might be better. I did see that the Hyatt card has an elevated offer, the business, but I've already been. That's the only card I've ever been denied for, and I don't really need it. And it's 10,000 in 3 months. Can't do the ink cards. I don't need Delta cards. Don't need the United cards. I don't know. Brilliant has a really good offer, but I'm not worried about that. I can't even get it. Hyatt, Southwest. Yeah, later this year, I do need to save myself probably to go for the companion pass again. So what I'm thinking is I probably will go for one of those hotel cards. The Hilton ones are good too. I don't really want a personal Hilton though. I'd probably go business. That's a really good offer. Maybe the Hilton business too, but it's only 175, and it's still not as good, I don't think, as the Marriott one. But those 50,000 point, or I guess now you can actually do up to what, 65,000. That could be good. I think I might still go that. I think I might go that route. This is the other offer I was talking about. 200K after 9K in 6 months. I love IHG now, especially too because I have a status with them through the Sapphire Reserve. So yeah, I don't know if y'all have any other ideas. Let me know. But those are. I'm thinking I might lean towards that Marriott business now. And thanks for the reminder, Neely. Oh, and Seb also just asking about that as well. So there we go. Jessica said, happy birthday. Whataburger and HEB are Texas gems. Dude, HEB is so good. And that you can buy the spicy ketchup at HEB. Exactly. Love to see other Texas locals. Ian said, I got my first 2 credit cards 7 months ago, Bank of America and Freedom Unlimited. Can I apply for a preferred with 737? Yeah, you definitely can. I mean, your score is not going to be the reason that you get denied here, I wouldn't think. Maybe something else, if anything. But again, I would maybe wait till April. You can get signed up on my newsletter if you want to be the first to be notified. But usually the Sapphire Preferred has elevated offers in April, and I'll definitely be sending that out. So just keep an eye on it. Boxer, what's going on? Happy birthday. Thank you. Mine was last week. So happy birthday to you. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. What kind of cake did you get? See, that's what I'm telling you. My family's getting my cake, but it's a gluten and dairy-free one, which nobody's really going to get that excited over, except for me. I like it. And I don't know what the brand is, but I think it is from HEB. Charlie said, I have a Capital One Saver, Robinhood Gold, Amex Gold. What's the next card? Seems like I can't exactly tell what your strategy is just because you have a lot of overlap between all of these cards, and some are cashback and some are points and miles. The biggest gap I see is if you want to use your saver points for travel, you're going to need a venture card. The venture has an elevated offer on it right now. You could consider that. But yeah, it kind of depends on the route that you're going to be going down and what your like ultimate goals are with with the points and where you're traveling the most and if you're traveling at all. So there's a lot that goes into it, which is why like the consulting calls are great for this. But yeah, it's kind of tough to tell. I would say, like I said, the biggest gap would be if you want to use your points for travel on the Saver, then you need a venture card. And that'd be the next maybe move. Felix said Chaser City. There's so many different options. Hybrid, thank you so much. Neely said Virgin Atlantic. Nah, I don't really care for those at this point. Like all the international airline cards, I don't care for them yet. Hybrid said they do have that Southwest Companion Pass as a sign-up bonus. Yeah, I think that's gone now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gone now. But that could be a good offer if you only wanted it for like a year. I'd be going for the classic Southwest Companion Pass strategy again of getting 2 cards at the end of the year, knocking out the offers beginning of the next year, get it for 2 full years. Coder said IHG 4th night free on the card is OP. It's another good consideration, is that I need a card for that. Madine said one thing to be on the lookout for in the future is the potential for more Marriott business cards in terms of whether you'll be committing yourself to Marriott status. Yeah, I'm not worried about status with them. I don't travel enough to justify needing more status than what the cards already give me. But it is true. Like timing it up correctly is important. But for me, it's more like let's just use the welcome offer and then the free nights associated with the cards and the welcome offers because they would complement my Ritz card really well. So. Phantom said, even though the reserve gives platinum IHG, does it still get 4th night free? That's exclusive to the IHG cards, unfortunately. To my understanding. Yeah, because I just booked an IHG property and I didn't get 4th night free. Hybrid said ice cream cake is gluten and dairy free. Brother, you might need to rethink that one. Nickel said, thanks for the heads up about the possible 100K Sapphire Preferred offer in April. If I got that, would that prevent me from getting a bonus offer for the Sapphire Reserve? In the past, yes, that would have prevented you. Now, no, it technically doesn't. Now you can technically get an offer on both the Sapphire Preferred and the Sapphire Reserve separately. And which one you go for first doesn't matter. But your mileage may vary. So consider like which one you really want the most right now, and I'd go for that one first. And then definitely do not product change that card to the other one before getting the welcome offer on it. Because if you do that, I think that's going to make you ineligible, at least for the time being. So don't do that. Clinton had filet mignon and salmon both for my birthday. Dang, son. Plus cake. Nice thing about being on a cruise, you can order whatever you want at no extra charge. That's true. I've been on a couple cruises in my lifetime, but it's been a long time. And you're on a nicer cruise too. So I've only been on like Carnival cruises, and I thought they were fun when I was younger, but I know they can be rough. To those that want like higher class of service. But yeah, the buffet. I'd knock it out. Boxer said, might be a silly question. Do you think ecosystems really matter, like transfer partners, or should it matter more how easy it is for you to earn in a specific ecosystem? I mean, I 100% would. It would make no sense, in my opinion, to be earning points that you can't use in the ways that you want to. So I think ecosystem matters more than your earning potential does, which is why chase cards have been so big for me in the past. I mean, granted, the earning potential was good with the ink cards, but I don't care about the earning rates on those cards, or at least I didn't used to, because I needed them. Like I had no other choice. I needed their points because they had the unique partners that I wanted. So ecosystem is extremely important if you're somebody that's traveling mainly domestically, because they have those unique partners, like unique airlines that you would need through one specific ecosystem. But if you're somebody that's only traveling internationally, then no, ecosystem doesn't really matter, because you'll be earning points that can be used from no matter what currency you're earning in to book those international flights, since they all have so many overlapping international airline partners, if that makes sense. K-State Nate said, got to thank Mahomes for bringing Whataburger to Kansas City. I didn't even know he did that. That's sweet. YouTube D, happy birthday. Thoughts on Robin Hood Platinum? Yeah, we did a full live actually last week on that card. So you can check that out if you want like my full in-depth thoughts. But I mean, it's nothing exciting in my opinion. Nobody's really going to be able to get it, first of all. Second of all, it's a cashback card trying to copy and pretend to be a premium travel card. So I don't know. I would just think you're going to be much better off with the actual travel currencies and stuff like that personally. But I could see the appeal for somebody who really liked the cashback ecosystem, I guess. But there's nothing really that competitive that it offers that you can't get like through other cards. The credits are pretty solid depending on your use case, but yeah, I think you could do better with different cards. I think the allure of Robinhood is one that it's like a real platinum card, and also like it's exclusive, but I don't know. I think they're an interesting brand. James Wynn said, if you made 500K and spent 200K a year, would you consider the Graphite? Let's see. $4,000 in cash back per year. I mean, I would rather have Robinhood Gold at that point for sure. I think if I had a lot of money, like a lot of money, I would not really care about the credit card game. But like, really, why would you? Your time is so much more valuable, probably spent elsewhere. So I am glad that I would have this knowledge to be able to book the best redemptions for me, but I wouldn't be worrying about using this card for gas, this card for whatever. I'd probably just want like a high cash or a high flat earning rate. So really like the Palladium, for example, would be great. Any just miscellaneous spend card like that is probably more where I would lean and focus on simplicity. Yeah, maybe that's controversial. I don't know. Hybrid said, once you said the cake out loud, I saw it. Yeah. Clinton said, Virgin Voyage is the best. No restaurant upcharges. Interesting. Andy said, I know you mentioned you got the Ali Abdaal productivity book. Did you pay for any mentorship for YouTube? Great question. And also, if y'all haven't checked out Andy's channel, definitely do that. But he's talking about, where the hell is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, Ali Abdaal, Feel Good Productivity. I really bought his book just to support him because he was the guy that really convinced me effectively to get into YouTube, like actually take it seriously. I should read this book again. But he is a massive YouTuber, makes videos about how to do well on YouTube and stuff like that. What I did, I have not ever paid for any mentorship for YouTube, Andy. What I did was I took his free Skillshare course. It's like a 7-day course you get, or a 7-day trial you get, or whatever on Skillshare if you used his link. And I binged his course in 7 days, and that basically forced me to post my first video, get everything under control, set up the channel, do all that. And I kind of dedicate a lot of, my initial launch to him. Like the first video on my channel that y'all can go watch right now still, which is super cringe. That is the product of his free course. So yeah, I really respect him, and I thank him for what he did for me. I don't like watch him really anymore, but I thought the book was good. I guess that for any mentorship, you said any mentorship, I haven't paid for that, but I have other YouTube books like the YouTube Formula by Daryl Eves, YouTube Secrets. Some of them are a bit outdated, but yeah, books is what I would refer to for some of that stuff. And then obviously watching YouTube videos, but it also can be like a productivity, like we'll say corn. You heard me correct? Like a corn on the cob. You know what I'm talking about? But if you like sit there only watching YouTube videos about how to be a YouTuber, you're not actually doing the craft of being a YouTuber. So you got to be careful with that too, Okay. Dollar Man, what's going on? I'm late, but happy birthday, Spencer. Thank you, dude. Thank you for the super chat. I love that badge next to your name, dude. It's so sick. That black badge is so cool. That means he's been a member of the channel for over 24 months, y'all. It's insane. Insane. So thank you so much for that and the donation. Boxer said we saw the title and just wanted to say happy birthday. Thank you so much, man. Hybrid said, what are your thoughts on Built Platinum status? I don't even know what that is, brother. I got Built Gold status. I like that. What does AI say? Built Platinum is the highest elite status tier in the Built Rewards program, designed for high spenders. 200,000 points, spending 50K annually, excluding rents. Free Blade helicopter flight. F that. Who cares? Flying Blue Gold. Really, who cares? Dedicated customer support. Who cares? Yeah, I think Gold is really all you really need. Give you access to Home Away from Home. I mean, I guess if you have that spend, that sure, that's good. But yeah, I'm not a person to ever even chase status to begin with. Honestly, I think it's pretty overrated. Gold is great though, or even just silver with built is great because then you keep that one-to-one access from Rakuten if you use that, and then gold is great if you want home away from home access, and that pairs really well with the palladium because then you can use the hotel credits at nicer hotels. Thank you so much, Kevin. I appreciate you. Coder said plat is worse than gold, talking about Robinhood. Yeah, I think so too. I think if I could only have one, I'd rather have the Robinhood gold if I didn't have the palladium. Felix Youngbook said, best ecosystem for someone who just got in the game. My first card was just Discover Secured, but now I don't know which ecosystem. I would target the ecosystems that are harder to get cards with later on if you have a high velocity or a lot of cards. So I would probably say these days, Citi is actually one of the best ones to start with if you want American Airlines direct transfer partner access, especially because they are also inquiry sensitive and card account sensitive. So starting with them could be a smart move. They're kind of hard to get started with, but I guess you do already have a Discover card, so you should be fine. I always used to recommend starting with Chase, which I still think is a good move because 524, you don't have to worry about it later. But yeah, you're not going to be able to do like the advanced strategies with Chase like we used to. Capital One's good to get earlier on, but I wouldn't do it too early because then you could get like bucketed and have to deal with all that crap. So there's a balance. I'd probably do Capital One within your first like 10 cards, but not right away. So, but yeah, it all comes back to like, again, if you're going to be traveling domestically, it doesn't make sense to go get cards from a currency that you don't actually use their partners. So start there. Hybrid said, if you have a lot of money, you can always pay someone to book your travel with points. Yeah, exactly. Marine said, given premium Hyatt cards could be coming, would you consider getting one? Especially if there's one on the business side, notwithstanding adding to 524. If you get one on the personal side, absolutely. Yeah, I'd probably jump on that one, especially with the Hyatt changes where like you need a card to get access to the early award availability and all that. If it gave you a good free night and was justifiable annual fee wise, I would leave room for that, which is why like a business card right now is the one that I am targeting, like the IHG or Marriott business, because those won't add to my 524. I'm at like 424, I think right now, maybe 324 actually, but yeah. Good call, Coder. 25% extra transfer bonus is good too. Yeah, that is pretty big. Again, if for whatever reason you had to force your way to get the platinum status, that's not worth it still. But if you naturally hit it, it's just like icing on the cake. You know, I would never chase status for the sake of a better transfer bonus, though. That money is better spent on just other things. John McKinstry, would you ever consider getting a store card? And if so, what would you get? Yeah, I mean, technically I got a store card if you call the Amazon Prime Business. If you call that a store card, then yeah. Otherwise, the thing of stores that I go to often, like no, not really. I don't have any need for any store cards. It's a good question though. Like if I was with like Verizon or something, maybe I'd consider that. Also not really a store card, but kind of. But I don't shop at any like retailer enough to justify that. Leo said, I need a business credit card. Which one do you recommend? That's a wide open question there. Depends on what you're looking for. I would say Amex Boot Business Plus, what I started with, it's pretty solid. 2x points. Keeps your Amex points alive for free, which is cool. Access to transfer partners. I really like the ink cards, but they've kind of nerfed how much value you can really get from them. You could still work through at least like 2 offers with them, which sounds horrible now because it used to be unlimited offers. But you could go the ink route if you wanted to. And then if you really wanted to get into like specific cards, you could do like airline or hotel cards that are business related. But Jordan said Barstool Podcast had the points guy on. Dude, Brian's always moving around. I feel like more and more people are getting into the game. Yeah, it's interesting because it's a weird time to get into it, but I'm glad it's becoming more mainstream. I think with like the internet and social media, oops, internet and social media has allowed everybody to do is like amplify their weird obsessions, right? Like, and for us, it's credit cards, and yeah, so like more people get to learn about these weird obsessions that they actually then lean into as well. So I'm all for it. The a rising tide lifts all boats. More people in here, the better for everybody. You know. Evan said, I'm in college and have a PayPal debit for restaurants, which is my highest spend and saver as well. I'm thinking next would be Freedom Unlimited and Freedom Flex. Kind of want to bank points for the future. Yeah, that could be a good move, knocking out the beginner cards. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you ever want to start traveling, though, you're going to need to start considering a Sapphire Preferred or like a venture card for your saver points. Yeah, but it's a solid plan. Thank you, Background Balloon. Good to see you here. I appreciate you joining. Coder said, does Rakuten count as a store card? That's a good question. Maybe the Rakuten card would fit into my store card path. Hybrid Vortex, that's a good one. Doesn't Kroger give you 5% back on random stuff? 5% back on all mobile wallet purchases. Yeah, it's sick. That card actually is good. So yeah, I guess that'd be my store card choice, actually. Risk? I don't know. Happy birthday, big dog. Thank you. I appreciate that. Background, dang, not even the Kohl's. We all know that Kohl's is better than any credit card in existence. You're so right. What am I thinking? Waldo, thank you, dude. Happy birthday. I appreciate that. That means a lot. In the super chat, you're too kind. I appreciate you. And you also asked, or actually just was saying, by the way, the first Points and Miles video I ever watched was one of yours. Wow, that's so cool. Now, over a year later, I picked up 16 new cards, applying for 2 more next week, and over 1.5 million points. So thank you, dude. Congrats. You're killing it. That is so cool. That is really like exactly what I make all these videos for. So I am excited to hear about what you use those points for. You're going to have to tell me about it. And thank you again for that super chat, Waldo. Simply Andy, don't know if you ever mentioned this, but what was your first credit card? Mine was the Discover It Student Chrome, which I fully regret because you can't product change. I thought you could product change that one. Or it should graduate. It's a student Chrome, so it should graduate, no? My first credit card was a Chase Freedom Student, actually, which is a discontinued card now, so I'm like old, I guess. But no, I got the Freedom Student, which I later product changed to my OG Chase Freedom. And I think I started the most optimal path, like in my opinion, that I could have for my situation back when I did start. Basically just got Chase Trifecta first and then branched out from there. So yeah, that was kind of my journey. Andy said, called many times and always denied for a product change. That's wild. I thought all the student cards graduated after a while. Yeah, I didn't realize that. That sucks. Coder, are there any rumors on what the Saber X will be? Yeah, I think the rumor is like $295 annual fee, Uber One credit, some dining credits or something. I made a full video about my predictions for 2026. It's called like the credit card world will change massively in 2026. Like here's how, or something like that. Check that one out if you want to hear more about it. But it's kind of like the old Saver, but a little bit better, I guess. But like 4x back on groceries and dining or something like that. It's gonna be decent for sure if it does come out. Jack Allen. We got Jack Allen's Kitchen down here too. Do you think the Sapphire Preferred or any Chase card will ever be 3x on normal grocery full time? You'll like Monday's video. I can leave you to hear my answer there, but I mean the short way to put it is I don't think they're ever going to be. I don't think that's really necessary for them to do until their casual users stop using their Chase cards, which is not going to happen. So I wouldn't hold your breath. Background Balloon, hot take creator conversations with Pete, credit card YouTube. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, it was so fun. I mean, we still have creator conversations. Like really the live streams that I do with creators are kind of that now, as well as like I just did, I'm doing some more shorter collabs with people like Anthony, the tester ones that have just gone out. That's like my first time doing it this year in a shorter format, which I've been loving. But the OG creator conversations that we did with all the the different creators, like the collabs weren't really a thing back then, so I felt like we were kind of breaking ground with that. And now it seems like the collabs actually don't do as well as like a normal video of mine, which I think is crazy. Like I love watching two creators talk to each other, and especially in our credit card space. But yeah, it's a shame that it hasn't been performing quite as well as I would have liked to see. But I love doing them, so I'm going to keep doing them. Infinitious, I had the Freedom Student and used it for way too long before I knew I could product change to an unlimited. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's not terrible loss, but it's not great. Waldo said most of my points are for family visits. US, France, and UK. Totally changed my life for the better. That's so cool, man. Congrats again, and thank you for the love. Background balloon, Discovery at Chrome should be converted to a regular Chrome. Those are two different cards. Discover It Chrome. Or are you talking about Discover Student Chrome? That's what I was thinking. It was the student got converted to the regular. But maybe not. Oh, Daniel, thank you, dude. $2 towards my sub on the gold card. Happy birthday. Heck yeah. Yeah, if y'all need to hit any sign-up bonuses, DM me. Maybe I'll send you my Venmo. We could just do it that way. Get rid of all these fees, No. I appreciate y'all. Jokes aside, I talk about this sometimes, but like I actually keep a lot of my credit cards alive with memberships to my like favorite channels. So that's just like one little thing. Because you can use a different payment method for each membership you pay for on YouTube, which is kind of cool. So I have like a $3 charge, $5 charge here and there on different cards every month, and that keeps those alive. It's kind of fun, but I appreciate you, Daniel. Vortex, you introduced me to Built, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, no problem. Now I got all the ink cards and the venture card gardening to get into City. Nice. Yeah, you got the pathway going. All the high welcome offer cards. It's great. Evan said, do you think Discover card will become Capital One eventually? Kind of waiting to progress in Capital One until Discover merger is done. I honestly don't. I haven't been keeping up much with that news, to be honest with you. I don't think it's ever going to like necessarily earn venture miles or anything like that, but I think they'll keep them separate. But I mean, technically, I guess it is a Capital One card in a sense now. It's just still owned. Like Discover, I don't think Discover, they have any plans to make Discover Capital One. I think it's just going to be operated, by the same owners or whatever, but they're still separate. I could be wrong though. For the people who apply for Saver or Quicksilver have been getting Discover cards and not MasterCards. Well, yeah, so you're talking about payment processor wise. Yeah. So I guess that's kind of going in reverse of what you were asking. But the payment processor doesn't matter as much as like the reward structure and all of that, so I don't really know how that's all going to play out. Rager said, what's your airline or hotel credit card? My main hotel card is the Ritz-Carlton. I have... Airline-wise, I technically have the Hawaiian business, the Alaska business, I had the Southwest business and Southwest Priority. I think the only active one really that I have right now is the Southwest Priority. I'll be canceling the Hawaiian and Alaska one soon. I think that's all of them. But yeah, I might be getting that Marriott business soon, so I sprinkle in those whenever I need them for specific trips, but I lean on transferable currencies more. Clinton said, in effect, the Discover card's Capital One card already. Yeah. It's like y'all are having a good conversation about the Discover stuff down here. I'm just reading it as y'all type, honestly. Yeah, Andy, I'm like in the same boat as Background Balloon here. I thought that student. It's funny, I actually talked to a consulting client today who had the same thing where he's had the student for 2 years now, but I guess he still is a student, so that's different. But I was always under the impression that the student card would convert to a Discover It Chrome from the student Chrome. And then, yeah, at that point, you might not be able to product change it, but at least it wouldn't still be a student branded card. Vortex said I have my Discover It. I don't believe it'll ever go into the Capital One miles. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think they'll keep them separate. But I mean, if they did that, that'd be great. Or if they just made it like the Saver where the cashback could be converted to miles, that'd be cool. Daniel said, ironically, I use my Discover It to purchase 2 Arizonas every month since they give you a credit if your balance is less than $2. Well, if it's less than $2, what couldn't it just be 0? You won't have to buy the Arizonas? Or am I missing something? Evan said, I got my Saver a few weeks ago and it's a MasterCard, but I saw Ben Hedges' video that some people have been getting Discovers. Interesting. Andy said, I called like 4 times. I said I couldn't product change to the rotating one. Only way is to apply. Yeah, so I don't think they'll let you product change to the Discover It cashback. I agree with you there. I think that's been gone for a couple years. But it shouldn't still be a student branding card, I don't think. But yeah, guys, let me get Odin, come here. Coming up on 2 hours. I want to keep it less than 2. I got to go eat dinner. I got to finish making dinner. Actually, I forgot. I got to finish cooking. But I appreciate y'all watching tonight. Odin. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. I feel extremely loved. All the donations. We had a ton of donations. Electric Eye started us off. I guess Xavier, Tyler just showed their memberships. Vanessa popped in. Chad's Money Minutes. Polo. Matt. Dude, $50. That's crazy. That's insane. Chase was donated a few different times. Anthony Venture. Jordan Rules for Credit with the Gifteds. Coder. Travel Fan, Dollar Man, Waldo, Daniel, so many different people showing support. So thank you so much for that. And let's get Odin up here. Come here, buddy. Say hello to the people, Odin. He's going to be camping with us in the van this weekend. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so fun. Oh, goodness. But yeah, all that money that was donated tonight goes straight into this guy's food fund. So thank y'all for that. But no, seriously, thank y'all so much for the love, and I'm excited for year 26 of my life, and I am excited to do it with you guys. So, as always, really appreciate y'all watching, and of course, we will catch you guys next time.